Hello, everyone, and welcome again. Let me see if my mic is working. Okay, it is. So, if you guys haven't seen what's been going on in the social media with Julie, you know, and Brad Pitt, I'm gonna say this. You see the standards that they have for Brad Pitt and the standards that they have for Amber Heard, because I am not a supporter of Amber Heard. And as much as everybody in society called her out for what she did, because we're going to talk about this. And I'm feeling at this point, women should start matching the same energy, because if men are not going to come out and deal with Brad Pitt the same way they dealt with Johnny Depp's and Amber Heard case, the way they never let women, we couldn't drink water, even though a lot of us were not in support of what Amber Heard did to Johnny Depp. A lot of us were not in support of that. We actually called her out. We said she deserved everything that came to her after that case. And both men, especially men, we had men having podcasts. Let's not even start with the podcast topic. Having podcasts talking about women should not be trusted, all because of Amber Heard. But they've forgotten everything that men have been doing for a long time, since history. Now, I'm not over here trying to defend Amber Heard, but I want to see the same energy match. I want to see the same energy when it comes to Brad Pitt. I want to see everybody give him the same energy. Now, Brad Pitt, I understand, thought that this case was going to go like Johnny Depp's case, because that is how it started. That is exactly how this case started. And this is something that, well, I think he probably look at Johnny Depp case and say, okay, I could probably, because they have the same PR team. Don't forget, they both have the same PR team. And he probably look at that case and be like, yeah, I could definitely win my own case. Because that was why he opened this case at first and made it public that he was suing Jolie for that wine cottage that they have I think in Spain or somewhere they have it. Or is it in Italy? I think. And I remember when this topic first surfaced, and a lot of people were like talking about, oh my God, Jolie is as bad as Amber Heard. All these women controlling their husband. They were like, they never even sat down to think or say, okay, let's hear what happened. Let's hear about the case before we start judging Jolie. We had Jolie in a poster. I saw a poster where they put Jolie. They put Will Smith's wife. What is her name? I can't remember her name right now. They put Will Smith's wife in there, and they put Amber Heard in there. They put these three women. They actually put three of them in there. And they were like, look at the worst women in Hollywood, the women that don't respect their husband, or women that are terrible to their husband. And I'm like, hold on a second. We haven't even heard where this is going. And now with the New York Times and many magazines now actually exposing what the FBI have actually found. Like Brad Pitt actually put hands on Jolie and his children. Like some of the children had hands. He actually threw hands, choked one of the child. And this is the thing. Society is now. I cannot hear a pip squeak. This is the thing. This case just came out, and I haven't heard enough noise. The way a lot of people were making noise about Amber Heard, like you couldn't like open a page in TikTok or YouTube without hearing Amber Heard here, Amber Heard there, Amber Heard everywhere. Because when a woman does it, it's the worst thing that could ever happen. But when a man does it, it's like, oh, he's a terrible man. We're just going to pass. He's just a terrible man. Men have been doing this for a long time, but it's not an excuse. He's just a terrible man. But they will not hold him the same way accountable, because Brad Pitt has been out here making videos, making movies. Let's not talk about the recent movie he made. Is it Bullet Train? He made that movie, and it's been very famous, and everybody, I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew about this case, because this particular case, he opened it by himself because he probably thought he was going to win it like Johnny Depp. But unlike Johnny Depp, he was actually guilty of a lot of things. And as usual, you know me, I go to YouTube, I go to TikTok, and I bring you a video. So I'm going to let you listen to this lady a little bit, and then I'm going to come back. I actually have three videos from three different content creators out here, and I'm going to actually give you my opinion on each one, because this is something I hope that they hold him is same way accountable the way they hold Amber Heard, because I'm going to be following this case too, because of the way the noise was about Amber Heard. And People making it, especially men, some men, not all, saying don't believe women anymore when it comes to abuse. Oh, you don't know, maybe some of these women are like Amber Heard. So what about the women that are like Angelina Jolie now? What for those men that actually had those contents? What do you have to say? All of those people that we're talking about don't believe women. What do you have to say now? Because I'm waiting to hear about this. So I'm just gonna play these three contents. The first content first, and then we're gonna move on to the second. I'm gonna come back with the third. Okay.
Holy cow, the details are out of the FBI incident involving Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. And there's some not great details in here. Things do not look good for Mr. Pitt. Let's go through what the report says. To be clear, this is an official FBI report that had previously been heavily redacted when it was talked about in the press, so people didn't have access to the details. But now, because of the lawsuit about the winery that they own, the details have emerged. So here's what it says. Okay, so this all took place on a private plane in 2016. It starts like this. They had a fight that started because Brad told Angie she was being too deferential to their children, and then started yelling at her in the bathroom. Brad then grabbed Angelina by the head and shook her, then grabbed her shoulders and shook her again before pushing her into the bathroom wall. Brad then punched the ceiling of the plane numerous times, prompting Angie to leave the bathroom. When one of the children came to Angelina's defense, the court papers say that Brad lunged at the child, which prompted Angie to grab him from behind. Amid the altercation, Brad choked one of the children and struck another in the face. Okay, so the FBI has jurisdiction over anything that happens on a plane. So Angelina Jolie's filing states, and I'm just reading this, that the FBI agent who investigated allegations on the plane in 2016 concluded that the government had probable cause to charge Pitt with a federal crime for his conduct that day. But no charges were ever filed. Angelina filed for divorce just days after this incident, so it was obviously a big deal whether charges were filed or not. This is bad news for everyone involved. Obviously, it's a tragic situation for Angie and her kids to have been put through. The truth of the matter remains that only the people on that plane know what happened. These are just allegations, but it can't be good news for Brad Pitt's career. Brad's career has been on a definite upswing since the divorce. He's probably as hot as he's ever been right now. What do we think this is going to do to his career? Can he survive it?
I'm gonna say this. What I think is gonna happen to his career is exactly what happened to Amber Heard, because he was the one that resurfaced this case. Angelina didn't even resurface this particular case. He wanted the winery. He should have just gave her the winery. That's what I think. But he thought this was Johnny Depp's case. He thought he could win it, come out and make the wife bad. For all those people that were saying, do not trust your wife. The fact that he struck one of his kids and choked one of them, and then, I'm like, no. Nope. No wonder she left him. No wonder. But society is going to be like, oh, it's just, it's nothing. He's just a terrible man. And no, there should be consequences. Absolutely. Absolutely, he should get some consequences for his behavior. Now we're going to move on to the next one.
Don't make me be the canary in the coal mine. Don't make me Cassandra. Allegations about Brad Pitt and his abuse have been out for quite some time now, but he also has just come out with a blockbuster movie, one, and was the co-producer of a movie that is talking about Harvey Weinstein. Okay, there's a reason as to why Brad Pitt has been doing this whole, I'm an artist shtick. And it's the same reason why we saw Johnny Depp and the same reason why we're seeing Shia LaBeouf do it right now. Also, Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt have used the same PR team for crisis management. Think about that for a second. Also, go and read those comments and those replies. It's not pretty.
And this is the thing, for all those people that were expecting this case to be exactly like Johnny Depp's case, and that we're talking about don't listen to women because some of them might be lying, they made it a big deal. I even have some podcasts, big podcasts, is talking about You don't have to believe women. Look at Amber Heard. I wonder what they have to say now. Because there is not only one witness in this particular case, there are children involved. And I feel so sorry for those kids. I feel very sorry for those kids, children. But this is what society has always done. When a woman does it, we're gonna escalate it to she's gonna be known as the worst woman. And I'm not saying that Amber Heard did what she did was good, but they're gonna escalate it and make her the demon. But let Brad Pitt do it. It's gonna be silent. All we're gonna hear is he's a terrible person. That's all all I hope for. I hope that Jolie takes him for everything that he's got. And I want everybody on social media to treat him exactly the way they treated Amber Heard. Because you do not struck your kid. I didn't hear Amber Heard striking a kid. I didn't hear Amber Heard striking a kid. Because what Amber did compared to what Brad did is worse. Brad did worse than Amber. Brad did worse than Amber. And I'm not here to say or sympathize with whomever, which one of them. And I'm not here to say each one of them did better or the other one or say, oh, this did. But what Brad did was worse. He struck the kids. He choked the child. And then he hit his wife. Are you kidding me? What did Amber do? Okay, she actually had a fight with Johnny, her husband, not with them kids. But she was demonized. Demonized. I'm not even going to joke with you. We had people from her work coming to destroy her reputation. Let's not forget. I'm not here for Amber, but when I look at how the Hollywood tried to destroy Amber, even at workplace, I hope that they do the same to Johnny Depp, because I'm not gonna be out here being happy and being like, oh my God, okay, no, he should get the same treatment. I want to hear his co-workers. I want to hear people that he employs. I want to hear from people that this issue didn't even involve, because that's what happened to Amber. I want to hear everybody, his PR team, people that work under him. He is the people that are cleaning his house. Everybody, I want to hear about it, because that is what they did. When a woman does it, it is the worst. It's demonized. And right now, I haven't heard this case everywhere on YouTube like the way I heard about Amber. And I'm not siding with any one of them, but at this point, I want everybody that has this kind of case to be exposed equally. With that being said, I'm going to say this. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.